Okay, let's find a partial derivative. We're actually going to find two. We're going to find the partial derivative with respect to x. So remember, when we do these, if you're doing it with respect to x, you treat x as though it's your only variable. If there are any other variables involved, treat those like constants. So the derivative of x with respect to x is just going to be 1. But what about the partial derivative of y? Or partial derivative with respect to y, I should say. All right, because we only have an x here, we're going to treat x as though it's simply a constant. So the derivative of any constant is going to be 0. What about if we just have a constant? Well, in this case, the partial with respect to x, well, derivative of a constant is 0. What about if it's the partial derivative with respect to y? It's also going to be 0. All right, one more on this video. Let's give this one a shot. What about the partial with respect to x? So in this case, our first term involves an x. So we're going to take the derivative there as normal. So we get 2x. But then that entire second term, there are no x's, so we treat that as though it's one big constant, right? So the derivative of any constant is going to be 0. I could include a plus 0 at the end if I wanted to, but I'm going to elect to just get rid of that, right? Adding 0 doesn't really affect us. All right, what about the partial derivative with respect to y? Okay, this time around, our first term doesn't have any y's. So when the first term doesn't have any y's, it's treated as a constant. Derivative of a constant is going to be 0. So 0 for that first term. Minus this other term does have a y. And remember, partial with respect to y, we're treating that as our only variable. So we can use the power rule on this, bring down the exponent, multiply it by 5, get 10, and reduce the exponent by 1, so that'll be y to the first power. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and get rid of the 0 in front, and leaving that as our final answer. All right, hope this helps out. Good luck.